Good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. Today is Friday, December 19th. Let's jump into the charts. Let's see what we can find here this morning. Hoping to finish off the week here strong. So far, good morning, Michael. Good morning, Keith. Good morning, Steve. Had our members-only Q&A session yesterday, or last night, I should say, at 7 p.m. I think it went really well. Got some really good questions. I think hopefully I answered them the best that I could. So that was nice. Got to watch the end of the Seahawks game, which, man, that was a fantastic game yesterday. Seahawks against the Rams. Just a really, really good game. That was a crazy call. I don't know who watched the game, but that was a crazy call with the backwards pass for the 2-point conversion to tie the game up for the Seahawks. I mean, what a comeback. They had a 3% chance of winning that game yesterday based on the NFL analytics, and they came back. Which kind of helped the Bears out a little bit too. So it's definitely rooting on the Seahawks. They look good, man. Seahawks look good. All right, let's see what's been happening here. Kind of feel like we're kind of back in the chop on the NQ. This has been pretty much a range here. Good amount of time. Nothing there. Had an area right here at the top of this on top of this box here, but on the move up, they did tap right into it for a pretty strong move to the upside. And they tapped right back in there. Balanced that out pretty well. Let's take a look at this area down here. right. Got a setup at the 25-117. Targeting the 25-129 and the 25-140 with a stop loss at the 25-104.50. Entry 25-117, TP1 25-129, TP2 at the 25-140, stop loss at the 25-104. Yeah, it was a pretty electric game yesterday, man. Sorry, Ignotic. It'll the replay of the Q&A stream will be well, for YouTube members it's already up, but for Discord members it'll be up by today. And we went over some pretty key concepts, so there's some really good questions asked. We do have some high impact news this morning at 9 a.m. We got University of Michigan sentiment news, and we've got existing home sales. I don't know. I think after further review, I'm going to take this off of an A plus, or an A setup, I should say, to a lower B. So I'm going to change this to white. I'm having a little hard time here with this entry. Actually, I'm having a hard time with the stop loss. I almost need my stop loss to be right here. And that's way too big of a stop. Way too big. This is a tricky one because we could get the reaction right here at the 25,098. Let's say 25 right there. So let me all right, so hopefully everybody heard that one on this setup here at the 25,117. When it goes from blue to white, the white is pretty much something that I'll take a look at, but it's a B setup. I've got two reactionary points here that are in play, the 25,117s and the 25,100s. So if we don't get like a good footprint confirmation here, I can definitely look for one here. But even this, it's a pretty big stop. It's a pretty big stop loss that we need here. Which is not the greatest. This trade over here looks fantastic. Entry at the 24,960.50, targeting the 24,974, and then the 24,987 for TP2. Stop loss at the 24,951 and a quarter. Bring that one down just a tad. All right. Adjusted the stop to 24,949.50. All right, so that's the NQ. Let's see if there's anything to the top side now. One second. Alright, let's see now what we can see up here. This area has been tested already once. I tapped in right into the level there. They've got an area. Sorry, you can't see it on the chart. So they've tapped into everything over here, down here. The only thing that they left open was up here. Only issue, doesn't really fit really nicely on the volume profile, and it also looks very sweepy. A lot of stops up there. There's like a triple top up there. So I'm just going to put a line here and see what kind of reaction we get here. This is not a setup right now. And everything else in between has been pretty balanced, so... Looks like buyers are trying to make a move up to like the 35s right now. Probably take out this high right here. At least that's what I see. Morning, Greg. Morning, AE. Glad you like the music, man. I unfortunately can't even hear it. I wish I could. Morning, B-Drex. Morning, GTO Johnny. I was just about to say, there's no way that they leave that left by a point. I gotta take that out. And buyer's looking strong. Morning, Cad. Funding Ticks came out yesterday with a promo, 35% off just their instant funded accounts. Which my wife got her, I think her 5th payout yesterday. She got $4,000. So I think she's up to like, well, 15,000 in payouts, but I think with the splits, it's been over 20 grand. Untucked Chick-fil-A. My bad. 6 and 7 payouts. Good job. Might see a little retest here. Take out that pocket right there. Morning, David Ray. All right, 7 minutes to market open. Nice. Seller came in really strong right there. Super strong. Nasty trap. That was a nasty trap right there. Morning, Coach Cleats. Morning, Key. All right, 4 minutes here to market open. Be right back. Just tapped into an unbalanced area. Now let's see here. Nice, Key. It's okay. It's those are reconfirming what your thoughts are. Strong push there. All right, nice little move there. Oh, nice reaction. Nice reaction to that one. All right. That was a big move. It took out a lot there. All right, market's definitely gonna come into some kind of resistance here. Or maybe it's just a sweep of all of this right here. All right, ES is going into a pretty high volume area, so it's going to probably have to chill out here anyways. Kind of coincides with the NQ right above it. I mean, it just had so much liquidity sitting above it, and it was tapping into it. If you guys will look at a chart on your 15-minute from yesterday, for the last 2 days, the highs were pretty much protected every single time. So just a ton of liquidity sitting there. And they break through here. Definitely going to see a run on this liquidity. Might play out exactly how I thought it would. Wow. Big move here. Big move. Let's see what they give us here. If anything. All right, possible retest here at the 25,470, targeting the 25,479 and the 487 with a stop at the 25,461. All right, a lot of volatility early this morning. On the ES, small pocket sitting right here. Pretty much right with the point of control as well. I'm definitely going to look at. We'll map this one out. And I see another pocket up here at the 69.14. And then obviously we still got our setup at the 69.50s. Hopefully you guys got that one. 69.50, 50, TP 69.47, and the 45 with the stop loss at the 69.54. So I want to see maybe if we can get a retracement here, which kind of coincides pretty closely with the NQ. $25 470s. Morning, Chump Sauce. I don't think gold's really tanking. I think it's just ranging right now. Which will typically happen if the NQ and the ES start rallying. Gold starts to falter a little. See if the buyers could break through here on the 572s. Could be their next leg up. Mm-hmm. All right, they're resting here a little bit. Be right back, guys. Yeah, market's playing out like how I think it's going to play out. It's a good sign. All right, let's take a look at this ES here now. So Jeffrey's got a question in the chat. May I ask a question? And just heard about a 1 minute rule. Is that Apex because I cannot find it on... What do you mean by a 1 minute rule? Can you elaborate on what you're... I did not hear that. I think you would have a lot of pretty teed off traders, because on the NQ, I mean, if you're targeting 10 to 15 points, I mean, those can come in 20 seconds. So the rules, the details of those rules is that, so what they want you to avoid is just flipping trades. So the practice involves rapidly opening and closing positions to capture minimal price movements. Again, if you've got a strategy that you've got your clear TPs, stop loss, and you've got a theory behind your strategy, that's what they're looking for. What they're trying to avoid is either high frequency trading or, you know, getting in and out of positions to constitute a day of trading, which would be their flipping rule. All right, guys, here's a setup, excuse me, on the ES, the 68, 48, 75, targeting the 68, 54 and the 59 with a stop loss at the 68, 43. I'd like to see the market rest just a little bit here now. Guys, if you're trading on, if you're trading obviously on prop firms or funded accounts, one practice that that I think for a trader would help you in many different realms would be just start recording your trades. You can get OBS Studio. Pull it up here. So this is OBS Studio. If you go to obsproject.com, you could download this for Windows or Mac, and it's free. I mean, this is what every YouTuber that streams uses. I don't know many other platforms that are widely as popular as OBS. And then just you start the morning session and record your trades. Clear entry, clear TPs. You know, how the market reacts after your entry, that's the strategy, is the volume. You know, and if they don't have something to go off of, and, you know, obviously if every trade is ending in 15 seconds, then yeah, they might constitute you as a high frequency trader. But, you know, on the NQ specifically, the ES, you don't have to worry about that, because typically it's at least a minute to two. But on the NQ, things happen quickly. Just record your trades. And then the nice thing is that you can always use your recorded trades as a video journal. You can compress them into really small sizes and then upload them into your journal like Tradezilla. I know it might seem intrusive, but if you want to get paid and you don't want to have any issues, I mean, it's just one thing else to add. You can start the recording, minimize it. You don't even have to look at the screen anymore. Just have it on the screen that's screen share the monitor that you're trading off of. That's it. All right, be right back. I'm going to go refresh my coffee. It's good. Anybody got some good weekend plans? We're going over to a friend's house tomorrow for the Bears game. Bears-Packers. Should be a great game. All right, sellers look like they're finally showing a backbone here a little bit. So we're going to make some chili, some venison turkey. Some venison chili tomorrow night, based on your recommendations from a couple weeks ago. See how that goes. You can see a little tap here into some unbalanced volume. Let's move it like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's a crooked arrow. I made an over-the-top chili on my smoker last week, and it must have been the best I've ever made. So, sorry to sound ignorant, but what does over-the-top mean on the chili? I am headed to the Texans and Raiders on Sunday. That's awesome. How are the Raiders doing this year? They went through a pretty nasty stretch for a couple games. Oh, yeah. 2-12. Shit. Well, Texans should probably be the, definitely the big favorite on that game. Are the Texans even in the running here? Let's see if this will be a garbage game or not. Second. Okay, yeah, so they got something to definitely play for. This could just continue to dump. Buyers somehow can get through this shaded box here. They've got more fuel for the upside for sure. More than likely, I kind of see a retest here and then drop to the downside. Yeah, if they can break through here, I think there's more upside potential. Good footprint right there. I wanted to take a short there so bad. I wanted to take a short there so bad. Dang it. Dang it. I really wanted to take a short there. Really badly. Really badly. This might have been an exact scenario where live streaming cost me this trade, because obviously there's no setup that I gave minus what I put on as the arrow here. But that was a very logical place for a retest back down to the downside. Which I don't even know what that would have given anyways, but let's see here. 23 points, and it's just going to keep dumping. It either keeps dumping here, or if it breaks through here, then we got a lot of upside potential there. But that was a very good example of, if I was on my own, this is a trade that I would have taken right there. But I want to stay as transparent as I possibly can. And you saw the footprint, and hopefully on that footprint confirmation was it's pretty spot on. I didn't mean to do that. See the ducky or the goose. What the hell is that thing? I'm trying to bring my footprint chart up, but it's like stuck in between now two screens. And I know there's a shortcut key like the Windows M, but I keep losing the chart, so I can't do it. But very good footprint confirmation there. Oh, you know what? I could just do this. We're so sassy. So here's the footprint confirmation right here on that trade. Red, not trade, but setup that I thought would happen. Red footprint confirmation, 69 positive delta. Just beautiful flip right there. Tight stop. That would have been a... That would have been a good one. Oh, I lost my GC. Okay, there we go. Chop for the rest of the day. You can see a move to the downside here. I actually, the market's got fuel. So my thought process, my thought process here is if we could break through, get a candle closure above this area here. This 25, let's just say the 25,600s, just to make it safe, is definitely in play. Definitely in play. Coincides nicely even with this run over here. And then to the downside, we definitely have potential here. Think I got a minute here to want to go to the washroom or not? No, maybe not. Do I have time? Do I have time? No. I got my feet shaking. Gotta use the washroom. So 2 cups of coffee early in the morning will do. So there's a good amount of liquidity sitting here at the 25 475s. So it could see maybe a tap here with the rejection. More than likely, I would see a swipe. Hopefully, we'll swipe right down to our entry. But decent area right here to put this in the A- category. Doesn't fit perfectly on the volume profile, but I gotta go to the washroom, guys. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Don't do anything NQ. Oh, jeez. Come on. Green. Give me a green candle. All right, guys. Let them keep buoy up the NQ here for a little bit. Shit. It's not gonna let me use the bathroom. I gotta go. Thank Must 4222 for keeping the NQ from dropping. Appreciate that. All right, let's see what we can get here. I'm gonna pay pretty close attention to the footprint chart here. Can't even. I want to put a circle over here. That's a good footprint for me. It's gonna be drop it right there. don't feel like risking more than that. Shit. To get the footprint confirmation, let's see if we can get another one in here. That was a good one. Oh, no. Let's go up here. Oh, shit. Got stuck on the cookie jar here or not? Let's see. TP1. Right. TP1, TP2. I probably should have left it go to the 496s. Yep. That's where my original TP was at. All right, got in a little early on that 25, 40, 75, but I should have just listened to myself, because what did I say? I said we tap into the 475s, we get the sweeps to the entry, and then we take it to the 496. But that's okay. I like the setup. My original thesis was pretty much spot on. I guess I could have also just taken the risk down to the 461s, but on that first trade, that would have been a big risk on my part. Just based on my entry on the footprint, on the first footprint. But then we got the secondary footprint, which was absolutely perfect. And the area that I thought they were going to target played out. I like it to go back to the top. Well, for it to go back to the top, like I said, at this point, it's got to take this out right up here. All right, let's get rid of this little line here and make this a little cleaner. Fuck. I didn't even put this one in my signal, in the signal group. Damn, Skippy. Totally forgot to put this one in my signal group. All right, now we got a break here. We got a break here. We should see a big move to the downside here. See how this gets respected here. They go through here, they got fueled. Then we got the IB coming up, which should be right at the 25,600s. Yeah, if it goes through here, a long is a very good trade. If I was to jump down to the micros, I would take this micro all the way up to the IB high. If we can get past right here. Yeah, Seymour, that's my bad, man. Sometimes in the heat of battle. Let me just, is the ES in there? Yes. ES is not. Okay, so I could put that one in here now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And just like I said, if I could trade the micros, any candle closure above this here on the 25,560, I would take that to the IB high. With the stop pretty much right underneath this this band right here. Pretty much the 524s. Have a great weekend, Key. 15. The music has stopped. All right, we are back up and running. I don't know why it does that. Eight. Yeah, I'm excited as well, man. Should be easier on everybody. Both these zones reacted really nicely. All right, so the IB high, obviously, and the NQ is at the 25 600s. The IB low is at the 25 354s, which does coincide with a pretty nice area of unbalanced volume down here. So IB low to me looks safer, honestly, than the IB high. I do see the potential here for this push. Like this, the push from here to me seems pretty evident, but you could definitely see a bigger push here. So the IB high to me right now doesn't look as favorable as the IB low. The IB low looks like a really nice setup. And then if we break this 461, we should get a pretty good dump to the downside. Sometimes Seymour, if Discord does like an update, sometimes they reset some of the notification settings on there. So just make sure that at least on my server, you have all the notifications set on. So even though I'm down 2,800, it's pretty small. It's $30 on my cash one, and cash two is $35, and that's pretty much the way down until I don't know why five of my PAs are down 180, not 5, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them are down 180. The others are all down 30. So I have no idea what the hell happened there. Yeah, Mike, I wish that was the case for me. Really like that setup down up there. Entered a little bit early on the NQ trade, but at least I was able to recapture, I think, pretty close to 20 points. No, it's probably 16 or 15 points. If it would have been 20 points, I would have been in the green. I should have just left my target where I knew that they needed to balance out. Those are some of the things I got to work on. I guess when you get in the hole in the beginning of trade, it's you're looking to work your way out of it, and that's just the wrong mentality. All right, so they trapped some some buyers right here. That was a good fuel for them. And they're going to run stops here. Could be a good downside move after the 25 461s. They actually might see some resistance around the 40s. So I could see a pretty violent move, a big sweep, I would say, from here to here. And it could play out something like this. A move straight down, come right back, and then a bigger move to the downside. Why does the music keep stopping? Don't know. For all you stop hunters, this would be a great stop hunt short right here. Take this out, you're gonna get a pretty good, pretty nice sweep. Probably walk away with 20, 25 points. All right, buyers are trying. I think the sellers are going to nab them here. All right, next tier is right here. If they can pass here, then they got some backbone. Could make a case for a small scalp right here. Probably not signal worthy, but definitely scalpable. Pretty small, small scalp. I mean, 527 down to the 522, and then the 516 with the stop at the 538. ES is stuck. I mean, we got ways for the market to move. Obviously, it can break the 461s. I already gave you guys this, what my thesis would be here. To the long side, we got to break through pretty much the 560s. So heads up with the prop firms, funding ticks is 35% off on their instant funded. Might be across the board. Let me just make sure. Yeah, so it's on funded and evals. 35% off on funding ticks. Apex is 80% off with, I think they're running like a $25 reset promo. Take profit or Tradify 35% off. I think take profit is also 40. I think they're 40% off. You can always use code TraderRob. Help support the stream. Appreciate it. Not seeing much coming in yet at the 27s. We break here at the 78s now. I think the sellers will take control. No. A stupid gas appointment today at one of my properties. They originally wanted to give me a window for the technician to come out to do his safety check from 8 in the morning until 4 o'clock. I'm like, that's insane. I mean, that's someone's entire day. So finally we negotiated a 12 to 4 p.m. window, which is fine. I mean, I have a pretty nice little setup in my Tesla as far as trading. Let me take a picture of it and post it in the Discord today. It's pretty cool. I got this like foldable tray that goes on. I just put my seat all the way back, and I'm able to put my laptop and my mouse. So when I got 4 hours, I got YouTube on the screen. So it's pretty entertaining. Like I said, a break here of the 78s. We'll probably see a nice little move by the sellers here. Buyers come in strong here. We'll see. They've got options. Kind of in a dead zone right now. What's up, John Smith? How you doing, bud? All right, let's see. There should be some violence here now. Like I said, we break through the 461s. We're definitely going to revisit that 439 area. There it goes. Let's see if we can break through that area. I knew this would be violent. Now this is where they got to get through. If they can get through here, they're going to target the 439s. Then we could possibly see a retest and then a dump right to pretty close to IB low, maybe. They got to get through that area. Get rid of this guy. John, that's a big question, my man. The best thing I can tell you, let me just take a look here real quick. Best thing I could tell you to learn the principle of my trades is you can do two things. You can go to the description of the video. It's a 3-part series on my volume trading. One is coming up with my levels. 2 is incorporating the volume profile, and 3 is kind of putting it all together. So there's 3 videos there. You can also go to my website, which is robstrades.com. I have all my strategy videos on there. Just links to YouTube, which will give you a good premise. Otherwise, if you stay on the stream long enough, you'll pick up some things here. Yes, it's just stuck. It's in a perfect area to get stuck too. Right now, the 27s guys they don't have much. There's not much interest right now in the 27s. So that might not be a scenario of... Okay, they're starting to come in now. Now they're coming in. Coming in around the 26s. I have to adjust this just a tad. It's tight. We'll get a shot here on a resting limit. Now they took it away. Fence is kind of gone here on the 25s. Let me see if we get a footprint confirmation, if anything, here. That's probably B- setup here, guys. You'd have to get something really great on your footprint confirmation. Yeah, I'm just not seeing any big defense here. Let's see. There's a tap. No footprint. No footprint. I don't like it. Don't like it. Don't like it. Still don't like it. We do have some pressure now, though. It was a good non-trade for me. Very good non-trade. Let's see here. Dang it. Dang it. TP1. They're coming in a little stronger now. So they left the 12s unbalanced right here. So they could come right after that. This guy right here would make a lot of sense. Let's see. Let's see if we get a footprint confirmation here or not. I don't think we will, because I think we've already kind of churned through a good amount of the volume here. But that is where they could come after. But I'd have to see something convincing on the footprint chart, which I'm not. That was pretty decent right there. Now we're getting to this level right up here. I think for me it was just a not very good non-trade, because I would have been targeting the 512s, at least the 516s. Did not see any footprint confirmation actually until we broke through right here. Now the thesis would be, if we can break the 560s, we're going to revisit the IB high. At least that's what I see. Unless they rebalance this 512, they could want to do that just to close out this auction. That would make a lot of sense too. That was a good footprint actually, confirmation right there. Still need to close this out. Or they break through right here at the 560s. This is going to the IB. And remember what I said, guys, the IB today, to me, does not look very favorable for a fade on the IB. Shit, I got this thing right here that's... I don't know if that's going to... Okay, cool. The IB high, to me, doesn't look very favorable for a fade today on the footprint confirmation. That's just what I see. I prefer the fade on the IB low, to be honest with you. And get rid of this. I'm going to leave this unbalanced area of volume. We break through here, guys, and it's a straight shot. We got this line right here. If we break above it, it should be violent. That's what I... should be violent. Should be pretty quick. Unless they come back for this 512. That could be very easy for them to get the fuel to do this right here. This is left unbalanced. They got to balance it out, so... Come take it. This would kill buyers right here. All right, relax a little and then take what you need. Take what you need. Right back. If I wanted to take a scalp right now, and scalp to the 512s is a very inviting. Very inviting. I think they need it. I think they need it. Right here. I think we could protect our stop right around there. Not my normal trade, but I'll just like take a scalp here. I feel pretty convinced. Maybe not. All right, I tried. Did try. I mean, where are you going? You gotta take this out here. They have to. You gotta take that out. No. No, 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 no. Just don't see them breaking through this without tapping into the 12s. I just find it very unlikely that they break through here without taking out the 12s. That's my thesis there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But the age-old thing I always say, we know where it's going to go, just how it gets there is the hard part. That's why those trades are not very like me, but I have pretty strong conviction there. Oh shit, it's 10:20 already. All right, guys. It was honestly a good day for the signals. Saw the market really well. Took two nasty trades. Took a trade a little early. Was able to recover back down, and then I don't know, kind of a little bit of a momentum trade here down to the 512s. I felt pretty convinced that we couldn't get through here, but just how you get down there is the issue. I will still be on the charts around noon once I get to my appointment, and I'll give you guys some updates as they come fit. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, everybody.